Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, Necabote here. I'm bringing you a review of Total War Rome 2. I've played this game for probably 20 some odd hours, maybe a little more since it came out on Tuesday. And I I want to like it so much. It has so many things going for it. Right now I'm in a Parthia campaign. I've played for, what is that, 12, 13, 15 turns. If you look at my strategic overview, it's I've gotten all this, and I started allied with a team with a guy right here, right? And he gets war declared on him. These guys come down and take him, and as these guys are coming down and taking these provinces, I literally just followed and took the provinces right behind him. And every time I got close to a town, he would move his full stack army out and move on. And so I never had to fight a battle. And eventually, he starved himself. I took all his provinces, and his army disbanded, and I just kept using a spy to knock down the numbers. Um, and that's not the only problem that we have. The other problem, the AI is the campaign AI is abysmal. It is. If I've got a large stack army, this is a full stack army right here, and I'm coming up here, I'll be sitting right here. He'll have a full stack army plus his garrison in a walled city, which would actually make it really hard, really complicated, and difficult to take. At the very least, it would take me several turns. Instead, as soon as I get right here, he decides he's going to go and pull his whole army out, and he'll walk it all the way down here to go take this one. And I'll just walk in, take it, and he'll siege it. He might take this one then, but then I'll just basically just follow him around. And the same thing happens again and again and again. Or the AI will wander around with like a 4 or 5 stack army, and there's no reason. He'll have like 2 or 3 of them, and he might as well just put all in one and attack. Now the other problem I have is the battle AI. I don't understand it. I'm on very hard right now. I haven't fought a single battle in 15 turns. I haven't had to. I've had siege battles, but they're only against garrison forces, and garrison forces just don't stand up to this kind of army. The thing is when you get to the battle AI, first time I tried to play a Parthia campaign, these guys all he had a full stack of nothing but steppe archers. These are horsemen, archers, and he has 19 of them plus his general. And this is basically the army I have, right? I have some melee, cavalry, which cannot catch steppe archers if steppe archers run from them, okay? They're not fast enough. I have spearmen, which actually don't get a bonus to cavalry. And I have these archers, and I had a couple more of these skirmishers. Neither one of these two units are the equivalent of a steppe archer. The steppe archer has, well, actually, these guys might be about the equivalent of what a steppe archer is, with slightly higher base morale. And he had 19 of these. And I marched my army up with these as my center, and these guys are split on left and right. These guys were all split on left and right. And I actually rushed his line with my Eastern Spearmen, and he stood there and he accepted the charge. Nobody, and I mean nobody, in any multiplayer game I've ever played has ever accepted a charge from an infantry unit when they're cavalry. Especially not if you're mobile archer cavalry that can run around, stop, fire, run, stop, fire, and all day harass the hell out of one of these. He accepted the charge, and then when I engaged on these with these guys, he accepted the charge again. Again, he doesn't have to accept the charge with these, but he does. And then I attack with these thinking, okay, he's not going to be stupid enough to actually counter or let me hit them with the medium cavalry, but he didn't move. And in a couple cases, he actually countercharged me. Now, the steppe archers have like a 4 in melee defense or something. They had no chance. And it just routed the entire army. I took a couple hundred casualties. I took out, 1,200. And that's just consistent. If you've watched my Swebby campaign, you see the same thing. For instance, when it comes to reinforcements, I had one battle where I was up against almost 2,500, and I had 1,200. Okay, but it was split up into reinforcements. So my first thought is, oh crap, I need to attack him quickly because he's going to just wait for his reinforcements, and then I'm going to be overwhelmed. But he didn't. He attacked me piecemeal. His main army, which was actually smaller than mine, attacked me, and then his secondary army, which came out as attacked me. And then a minute later, his tertiary army came out and attacked me, and it was just piecemeal. And so I defeated them piecemeal. The AI is ridiculously it's just not good. There's nothing to do about it. And I'm just going over the bad stuff here first, so bear with me for a minute. The AI needs to be fixed. Now they have a patch coming out, they say this week, that'll fix some of the AI issues. If you ever saw that episode where Creative Assembly showcased their own Tomb AI, he was fighting as Macedon against the Roman army, and the Roman army utterly destroyed him piecemeal. I mean, it was using tactics, it was using the forest, it was using its ranged units, it was using its superiority and everything. I've never seen it. I've played as Rome, I've played as Parthia, I've played as Macedon, I've played as Suebi, and every time the battle AI is just absolutely atrocious. It's like somebody forgot to flick a switch. That's my biggest complaint about this game. It's a complaint I've always had about Total War games, is the AI tends to be a little on the idiot side. In Shogun 2, it was famous for just camping. It would just sit on a hill and make you come to it. And that is all it would do. Even if it didn't have any archer units, it would sit there and it will take your archer fire until you actually engaged it. It's utterly ridiculous. The other thing I have a problem with is the simple power it requires to run this game. It's a little too much. I have the settings on, I think they're on high right now, but I've had them on even medium, and it still does this, and it stutters. It's taking a little longer than usual to do the turns, but this is the other problem I have, is I will play a turn, it will take me 30, 45 seconds, maybe a minute to move everything, because I know exactly what I want to do, exactly where I'm going to go, and I have to wait another minute for this to go through. It's always been that way, though. I think with Total War games, you've always had to wait for the faction, so I'm not too upset about it. There are some graphical issues and some frame rate issues, but I think those are going to be pretty easy for Creative to fix. I've had battles that turn into an absolute crawl, even though I have them all in the medium setting, and my rig can hold that, no problem. The research, more notoriety, yay. Troubled populace. Why are they troubled? Why are they troubled? Anyway, so basically, that's the problem I have with it, is there's an AI issue, there's some graphical issues, but honestly, it's just the AI. Even the time between turns doesn't bother me too much. It's just that happens all the time, right? In every Total War game, you've had to wait between turns. The battle AI and the campaign AI are atrocious. I mean, if you put it on Legendary, it's atrocious. I've seen somebody who did one of those historical battles against an AI, and he pointed out that if he used a cavalry unit, a skirmisher unit, mind you, and he took two of these units and he attacked their line to harass them, their entire army chased these two units around the entire map. And they had cavalry of their own, but they wouldn't actually engage them, they would just chase them. It was like the AI couldn't decide, hey, I need to be in exactly perfect condition in order to actually hit this guy, but yeah. So it's just issue and issues and issues and issues. Alright, so let's get to some of the stuff that's a little bit more of the better side. Right now, I'm just moving him up here, and we're going to go take up this northern part of my thing. Okay, so I love this view, the strategic overview. Fantastic. It tells you exactly what you're looking at, what goods you have. Like, I have silk over here. He has, lead down here, more silk down here, trade goods and stuff. It gives you everything you need to know in terms of ownership. Like, I can see the area is becoming kind of big, right? Public order is actually pretty decent. My region wealth, I have one that's not doing so well. Growth is just not happening. But diplomatic status is essentially, I don't have a diplomatic status because I'm not at war with anybody. Fantastic. I love that strategic overview. In the battle system, you have another one that I actually have turned off right now, but it gives you strategic or tactical overview. Also, again, fantastic. Shows you exactly where the units are that you can see. The fact that you can hide units is awesome. It's like I said, they have so many things going for it. The province system, where each one of these is actually in a province like this. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Makes it so much easier to go through. I can just click on a province, and now I can make any changes I want to both of these, right? I just have to click the name to go to it. It's awesome. It's fantastic. It makes it so much simpler. And there are other things like the current edicts. Edicts you get for having a complete province. From this one I can increase my wealth, my tax rate, recruitment cost, easy. I can cancel edict, and then I have the 4 food, 4 public order for growth, and so people don't revolt on me. Why is he in negative? That's odd, but he is. Some of them the public order is a little annoying, and mostly it's annoying because if you look at it, you get where it says difficulty level. That actually goes down with the difficulty level, which is kind of annoying. Cultural difference on events, taxes, slaves. I don't know where they're getting slaves because I haven't enslaved anybody. But I love that system. Technology system, I don't know if I like it. It's simple, it's easy, it's understanding, but it's so minor in some cases. Like if you go over here, 2% wealth, 2% tariff. Now the big thing for this is that it enables the building of a spice trader, which gives you more wealth, etc., etc. I understand. But 2%, if I'm making 2,000, what I'm making 2,276, 2% of that is what, 40? Literally 40, not even a unit upkeep for several turns, several years per se. 2%, 2%, 3%, 3%, 3%, 4%, and now apparently it gets, when you get up and you get the entire tree, you get a bonus. So I don't actually know what that is. Oh, never mind, I lied. You get food from this one. 5% corruption, that's actually not too bad. Building costs, siege unit costs, replenishment rates, movement range, which is actually pretty decent. 3% charge bonus. A 3% charge bonus on a unit that has a charge bonus of 21. 3% is a fraction of a point, right? Yeah, so I just don't know. I don't know what they're trying to get at, what they're trying to do with that. But it does make you make choices, which is really, really good. That's the whole point of it, right? Make you think about it. Do I want to wait 5 turns for more ammunition and better horses? Or do I want to go a little quicker and work on my wealth and get buildings that will increase my wealth? It does make a difference. The encyclopedia is the other thing I absolutely love about this. It's Civilization-esque, and I love Civ 5, Civ 4, whatever, and I love their Civilpedias. The Total War Rome thing is awesome. Faction, where it gives you all the information that you do and your dynasty and the important characters and the ones that, oh god, I require a lot of attention. I'm gonna free him. I don't know what else to do. Punish the girl. Punish it. Punish him. And the next turn we find out what happens. Whether or not we find out what happens to him. What decisions they made and what impact it has. And you have things where I can adopt into my party, which is really nice because like this guy has a lot of this gravitas, but he can't be adopted obviously. So he's really influential. He's my main general, but he's not of my dynastic family. I'm gonna have to try to marry him off at some point. It's just gonna cost me an arm and a leg. So I mean, it works. Really, 8 public order and 8 growth. Okay, that's nice. I wonder why. And it doesn't really explain a lot of things of why it happens. It seems to be somewhat random. There's no, hey, you did this, so this is the result of what you did. The map is wide open. Part of the reason that I wanted to do this was that they were talking about like there were choke points and whatnot, and there kind of are, but it's so open in so many places that it's hard to set an ambush. I haven't had an ambush battle in 25 hours I've played. Of course, I keep jumping between factions, and I don't have anybody past like turn 20, 30, whatever. So keep that in mind with my comment. The food, the required growth and stuff makes you consider having to actually focus on growth. Garrisons are pretty much useless, but they always have been. The culture is pretty, I mean, they have so many things going for it. I'm very, very happy with it. If they can fix the AI. We're going to see what happens in a week and see if they fix the AI and if they can fix those concerns and make it so the campaign AI isn't so damn stupid. That's actually really nice. I haven't let's see. The other thing I like is they have the event messages, right? But they also have a thing that'll show you all of where your forces are. Oh look, he needs to be leveled up, right? What your provinces are, whether they're unhappy or happy. He needs food. He doesn't have any food. He needs food. Uh, Contested province. Somebody's in there, which means that it's not completely owned by me. Known factions and whether or not they like me or not. I mean, he likes me. That's nice. I should probably get him a trade. Maybe I get to make some money off of it, right? I could actually do that if I wanted to. But you have to go down to diplomacy. Diplomacy is another thing which I haven't really played with. I tend to just fight everybody, and to hell with it all. Moderate success, and they accepted my offer, so it's money in my pocket, right? And then you'll get some vision. Like he's got he's got a nice capital. He's not gonna be fun to fight when it comes to it. Agents are actually pretty neat. You have champions. You have dignitaries, which increase your culture. Dignitaries, I haven't decided if I like them yet. They seem pretty, I don't know, very, very single-minded, it seems. Cultural propaganda, they do some pretty neat stuff. You can make it so you can try and change the culture before you actually attack it, which is useful. Spies, a little overpowered. A good spy with a lot of cunning can poison people all day long. And if I go over here to the garrison, I'm going to go through, I'm going to tell it to poison the wells. I have an 88% chance to do a lot of damage to the garrison. I mean, I will have the strength of the garrison with one fell swoop. And that's just a little... Yeah, I don't know about that. That's just a little too strong. He also kills generals very easily with poison, etc., etc. And having a low stat doesn't hurt that much. Having a high stat doesn't help that much. I can't decide about whether or not that's what I like about it or not. They have another one called Champions, which I don't actually have for some reason. But the Champions, they will sit there and train your army, which is really nice, so I can get chevrons and experience my army. But then if I send them out ahead of my army, I can do a lot of damage, and I can demoralize, I can reduce their stats before I attack them, just to make it a lot easier for the battle. Which doesn't matter because the AI is so stupid I could beat them, with my little pinky and a couple hillmen. It's really, really bad with that. Okay, so overall, it's a good game if creative delivers what they said. They said they had an AI that made decisions, progressive decisions based on their current situation, etc., etc. I haven't seen it, and it's not either. It's not functioning correctly. Somebody forgot to enter the right code in when they did it. I don't know, but it's. See, now I'm not researching technology. That's nice, but they need to fix it. They need to do something with it. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. Now, multiplayer. I've played a couple multiplayer battles. Those are absolutely fantastic because when you have a human on the other side and you have pretty much equal armies, you have some fun. You can have a lot of fun. I'll make a couple videos with some multiplayer battles just so you guys can see it, but they are absolutely fantastic. The only problem I have with that is cavalry seems to be the way to go these days. I know there are units that have bonuses against cavalry, but if you can you get a couple cheap infantry units and some archers, you can basically hold those units in place while you destroy them with your cavalry. Skirmishers, Parthians, for instance, are one of the better, in my opinion, this is my opinion, please, one of the better because they are so cavalry focused. It's so much more mobile. I can, split their army, defeat them piecemeal. I have lots of ranged units, so it's kind of... Alright, I get trade, I guess, I don't know. The multiplayer is just fun. It's fantastic, and you don't get up too many bad campers. You do get a couple of them who they'll sit there and they'll just wait for you to come and they'll just turtle up. But believe it or not, it's really easy to beat people who do that. It's not the best way to play the game because I can simply use archers to pick away, and I will literally nibble away at you, and then I'll you'll get frustrated and you'll make one bad move and I'll get something behind you and you're done. You get a couple lancers behind a unit. I don't care if they're hoplites or not, but you hit somebody in the rear with a bunch of lancers, they're done. They don't get off. They don't recover from that. Other than that, I can't think of anything else about the game. The stances are kind of useless. The only ones I ever used are Force March. I haven't used Ambush. I haven't used Fortify because if I Fortify, they go around me. There's no reason for them to attack, right? Raiding, I haven't used, although I could understand where it would come in handy if you had a small force and you just wanted to sit it in a province with raiding stance, but for the most part, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna declare war on him. He doesn't have. Oh, he does have somebody, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna beat him anyway. And then I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna end up taking this one. I realize, but yeah, it's just too easy. That's my biggest concern. That's my biggest worry. It's just too easy. They fix it, and they say they're going to. So here's hoping. If you guys have any questions about the game, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment box for me. I'll get to you as soon as I possibly see them. Otherwise, if you like the video, please subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cousins. I like your cousins. And hit the like button for me too. I will keep it up. I got some Smite videos coming up here pretty soon. Actually, I'll probably be up before this one. And then I'll have some other videos of some other games, some more Let's Plays, and I'll do some more reviews out in time. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.